Hello and welcome to another episode of Faithless Emo Racing. So today we're doing another 2x2. So the track we've chosen for today is the Prague full course, and we've got the special guest of Jake Mclovin again. So as you can see, the car that I have is a Ford Focus ST, and you can see the car that Jake has is a Renault Megane 250. So, as you can see, it's top left hand corner, and this is a C-Class car, 420 on the PI index. So off the start, fairly even. This was my first time driving this car on this course, or in fact, first time driving this car, period. So into the first corner, tyres slightly cold, and managing to hold off Jake as we go through here. So this can be quite an unsettling corner on most cars, and as you can see, the rear end comes around a little bit, and we lose quite a bit of time through here. So I'm trying not to carry as much speed through the fast corners here, but I know Jake is just down my neck breathing. In fact, I can actually see him pulling alongside me. So that's quite disconcerting. So hard onto the brakes, we're going to try and go around the outside. Jake's got the inside. Run a little bit deeper. We've managed to get back underneath him though, so back up into first place. A little dab of brakes for the right hand corner, sorry, and then down through the tunnel. Again, you can see Jake's pestering me down the outside here, so I'm going to stick it on the inside, try and keep the inside line. Braked a bit too deep though, gone wide. Jake's managed to smuggle himself under the underside of my car. So we've managed to exit the city, and now we're on the more fast and flowing section outside of the city. So I'm trying my best to keep up with Jake here. Now what I've noticed about these cars is they're quite similar on PI index, but on this track, on this course, they seem to be very unbalanced. So I know Forza does their cars around like a perfect test track to get their PI indexes, which is the number that's after the C-Class. But as you can see here, I managed to catch up Jake a little bit as he got a poor exit there. But this downhill right-handed, there's no place for a car on the outside. I do give it a try, but there is no place. The perfect line is nice and down low, so you find being up high you'll just start washing wide with understeer. Now at times on this track it does seem that I've got better straight line speed than the Megane 250. I do feel like the Focus's gears are too long. Ooh, there's a very good dive move down the inside of Jake. Got to run it a little bit wide, and he's managed to get his nose back underneath my car, but I'm going to let it run out a bit wide. Now here's a good power test, so straight down to the start finish line. Now as I say, we want to try and do a fastest lap so we can get another comparison between these two cars. It's going to be quite difficult because Jake is all over my rear end. So very tricky corner here because it's a long corner, slowly descending. Understeer, and okay, wall impact there. So that's going to cost us a bit of time on this fastest lap. Let's see if we can catch up with Jake though. But I think that is the biggest problem with this car, is there is understeer, a lot more, shall we say, understeer in this car. As you can see, that's a classic example of understeer. I was turning. I was even coming off the throttle, trying a bit of brake, but the car was still not turning as much as desired. And that's what we call understeer. That's where you see the tree that kills you. So let's get our heads down and let's try and see if we can catch up with Jake. Again, another long right hand corner, but this time it's more opening rather than closing like the first corner. So I've managed to catch him a little bit through the tunnel of Prague. So this is a 2-lap race, so we haven't got much time to catch him up. So hard onto the brakes. So Jake's running a little bit wide there. As you can see, I managed to get the nose back in a little bit better than he did there. So I'll keep him wide. I'm going to try and get a very good line through this corner and thus a good exit. And I've managed to do that, and we're catching him here. So now we're right back up on the bumper of Jake Mclovin. So through this fast flowing section, and we can see here he's actually pulling away, which is surprising. And I think when we hop into the other car we'll see why. Oh, he's just a bit slow out there, and I'll give him a little bit of a fondness nudge. Nothing too bad, didn't unsettle his car. So again here, I know I can't really go around the outside here because there isn't really the grip space or the camber, because the camber really helps around this corner. Tried down the inside, but Jake's got that pretty much pinned up, so I'm going to have to focus on exit. And we're closer than we was last time, and if you remember last time into this corner we had a great diving move, so I'm pretty much got my bonnet alongside him here. So can we outbrake him? Okay, we've secured the inside, but last time we managed to get back up the inside. Here I managed to slow it down and just hold it on the apex so there's no room underneath my car. And then power out, and we've managed to put enough gap between us and Jake, hold him off. The front end looks a bit like a depressed fish though at the moment. Okay, across the line. Fantastic. So let's switch up the cars and let's move over to the Megane 250. So now we're in the Megane 250 RS, and let's see how we do against Jake in the Ford Focus ST. So away from the start, first thing I notice is this engine doesn't rev as much, and the red line is shorter, so it seems like we're going through the gears a lot quicker, which we are in fact. Going through the first corner, Jake's taking the inside line, he evidently doesn't want to take that. Okay, we cut back on him, oh, just a bit of a nudge, a tap. We'll let him go. We'll live the fight another day. So I choose not to cut as much curb there, just because sometimes, yes, you will be faster, but every now and then it will kick your ass, and then you'll be slower. So I'll put in the top left hand corner the fastest lap of the Focus and the car class of the Megane. So we can see the Megane is actually losing 3 PI points to the Focus. I know the Focus time won't be exactly perfect because we did have that nudge on the first corner, but we'll get an idea. So powering down the tunnel, let's see if we can close up the gap to Jake here. So again, that's one thing that I prefer about this car is also the brakes. It seems like the brakes have more impact and are better at nosing the car into a corner. So we managed to get under the inside of Jake, but he's taken the inside of this corner. But we managed to switch back. That's a good switch back, nice and clean, and getting the power down. Now that is something that I think this car seems like it has more power, just because the gearings seem to keep the car in the power band better than the Focus. Pretty sure that with the Focus I was taking 3rd gear around there, whereas in this one we're already up to 4th, almost up into 5th. So around this top right hand corner, and then we're on a hill all the way back down. So as you can see, this right hand here is where we need to just hook it on the inside, because this camber really helps. It's a little bit of oversteer there, but it's the kind of oversteer that you just know that you're pushing the car a bit too hard, but it's there for you. It actually makes the car quite fun to drive. Through these flat out left rights, and then hard braking for the last corner. I don't follow the braking line there because I think you can spend too much energy to keep it right when it really doesn't really matter that much. Getting on the power again. Again here, I'm already up into 4th, coming up to about 90 miles an hour, so showing the shorter gears on the Megane straight away. And as you can see, we're starting to put a nice gap into Jake. So onto the second lap. So as you can see, top left is the Focus time. Let's see how the Megane compares to Focus. Quite a tricky corner here, but as you can see, less understeer. I can get the nose in there. In fact, I was even in 3rd gear. The Focus I was in 2nd gear and still having understeer. Flash of brakes, ride the curbs. I try and keep it straight across the curb because, as I said before, sometimes they can kick your ass. And then out over the bridge. Picking up some decent speed down here and up into 5th. That's something I didn't see in the Focus. Hard on the brakes. Let's find the apex. So the apex is all the way at the end, focusing on exit speed rather than entry speed here. So it's quite a long straight afterwards. Nice apex there, and then we're back under the bridge. So we're proper head down, fast lap time mode engaged. So nice and tight through there. A lot of the corners here have got multiple apexes that you can take. And then again here, 3rd gear. This is where we managed to pass Jake on the previous lap. Again, the power. Another thing that I would note about these two cars is, again, I would say sounds a bit better. It sounds a bit more raucous, a bit more feisty than the Focus. The Focus just sounds like a 4-cylinder turbocharged engine. This does sound like a 4-cylinder turbocharged engine, but it's got a bit more aggression, a bit more raucous about it. Clipped the wall there, so we lost a little bit of time, but nothing much to worry about. Keep it nice and clean at the top of the hill, and then spotting this little gully. It's almost like a little bit of curb that you want to hook your car into. There we go, nice and perfect through there. Right, down to the last bit, we can see Jake's dropped back quite a lot, because as I said, even though this is down on PI compared to the Focus, I think this is the faster car. Hard on the brakes, tiny lock up there, but nothing much to worry about. Nice apex, and then Let's spot the exit, get the power down, power out of the corner, run a bit of curve just for fun, and then let's power down to the exit. As you can see, we can't even see Jake, so done a good lap on this one, and across the line, and we've done a 1:17. So that is 5 seconds faster than the Focus, which is a massive margin for a car that should in theory be slower. Might be down to that little nudge, but shouldn't be too bad. But as always, thank you for watching, like and subscribe, and we'll see you again soon.